Hello my lovely spectators, Dee Dee here. Welcome to my studio. So we have our Twinches, my take on Twinches today. And so let's take a look where we're at. We are on July 4th, so we need to pull our 4. Remember, we are doing our destination, where in my book I'm going, the detail, which is the focal image, a splash, which is the color that we should have as the focus or include, and a shine, some kind of technique that we're going to apply to the actual Twinchie. All right, so the destination. Okay, so let's see what page we're going to be working on. Just going to pull a card from here. We're going to be working on page 44. So if I didn't have my booklet already set up, I would be looking to pull dictionary page. Okay, what's going to be my detail? Let's see what my focus is. Let's see if I have it, right? A crown. I don't know if I have a crown. So that may need to be switched out, and that's fine. I told you guys when I did this deck that I just generated a bunch of different things, and if you didn't have it to pull them out, I obviously haven't done that. The splash is going to be black and gold. Okay. And the shine is going to be, what do we have to do? What do we have to do here? Oh, we have to have some kind of number element. All right. Okay. So this is where we're at. So let's put this in. I'll put it in my book right away. I'll figure out the crown somehow. So let's say we're doing page 44. We have to have a crown. We have to have black and gold. And then we have to have some kind of a number element. All right, let me put you on hold. Let me grab the supplies and we'll be right back to it. All right, guys. So I was able to go online and Google search up some sugar skulls. So to satisfy the crown, right, I'm going to create sugar skull little designs on my pieces. So luckily there was 9, so I was able to fussy cut right now 8 of them. And so what does that have to do with crown? Well, they usually or sometimes will have a crown of flowers. So let me show you what 44 looked like. Very blah, very plain. It was actually the back of a misprint of something. And so we have these very toned, whatever this is called, like a creamy, dull, neutral toned backdrop. So what I want to do is I want to have one sugar skull, and actually it's kind of coincidental because I am doing a Frida Kahlo journal at some point, so these will fit in perfect because one of the motifs she uses, and she also wears a crown of flowers in a few of her art pieces. So there you go. All right, so we've got our crown situation. I went and I pulled some 49 Market paper flowers to kind of build a little crown on here to add that dimension. It's going to be a little thicker, and that's fine. And then we needed to use black and gold, so I pulled some marker pens. These are, don't know where I got them. This is an acrylic marker in gold and black, so I already got ink all over me testing it. And we needed a number element, so I remembered that I had printed on book pages some numbers. So we're just going to take a number and place it as a layering elements on the page, and use that for some depth. So I'm just going to try to pull all different numbers if I have. That could be a 6, this one could be a 9, this is an 8 obviously. Oh, we got a 7. Do we have a 5? Yes, we have a 5. Okay, let's see. I just need one more different one, guys. There's a 1 there. Okay, there's also a 3. Yeah, let's do that. Get rid of that. All right, so I have my number element, right? So that's our embellishment, our little shine. And what else do I have here? Oh, I have some more flowers in here. Okay, let's bring those out. Let's get the dark so we can have some black in there, because I was going to draw and add some accents. excuse me, to what we got going on here. So the idea is I'm going to put these on here and try to stay within the Twinchie, right? So somebody had asked me what's the difference between a Twinchie and a cluster, and I mean I could have googled it. I just told them what I believe, which is the Twinchie. Usually you want to stay within the 2x2, and normally it's a piece of artwork. Here in my situation, our situation, it's going to have more dimension because, you know, we're using, you know, paper products and stuff like that that may have some thickness to them. And so staying within that 2x2. So I've been mentioning that I want to make sure that I don't go too far out, because to me a cluster is more free form. So, and it can employ a lot of different textures, which we are still doing, but we want to stay within the like I said, the 2x2 size, whereas a cluster could be, you know, really large, and all different kind of shapes. So we need to add some black and gold. So what I was gonna do, let me get a little paper that I could use as a thing, what do you call it, blotter kind of thing. So take a piece of paper out. So let's just see. I was gonna take one, let's see, we're gonna add some, oh, it's dripping, add some black to this. I was thinking that I would just make like a little faux frame. There we go, I already guessed, I already goofed it up. A little faux frame or something, and it'll be nothing spectacular. Like that. Okay, and then with this one I can take this guy and maybe add the accents in gold, because they have little what is it called, nubbins. So this is a 9 because I'm looking at the text now, right? And then just have that like that, and then the sugar skull can be somewhere on here, and then I'll add the flowers. So we may not always see the number, but that's okay, the element is still there. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna just take all of these guys, and let's just do that real quick. Let's put the little, let's make the rivet look like it's gold, so we make sure we have that accent from our splash. Okay, let's grab the other ones and then we'll quickly do our assemblage, and then our Twinchies will be Twinchified. I'm trying to make sure that I cover. Yeah, so this is just book page that I cut down to size 8.5 by 11 and was able to feed into my printer, and then I had a digital of some sort. I don't remember whose digital, and they had numbers, and I just printed the numbers onto the book page. And so all of this texture and this coloring comes from the digital, and the book page was just the base, like instead of a white piece of paper. Okay, so those are all done. So now let's do these over here. Now I could go crazy and I could add a lot more color to this, because sugar skulls or calaveras are very colorful and bright, but I don't want to go too crazy. I just want to, you know, simple, something that I could tuck on a corner in the journal and such and such. So that's not going to be, you know, and so we're just doing a little frame. It's not, doesn't have to be perfect. We're just adding some color to the thing. So this is allowing it to just be free form, right? I'm just getting that in there. It's just another layer of texture, so to say, to kind of break up the background that's so blah. If I wanted to, I could go get some bling, and I could add some bling maybe to the 4 corners, so that it adds a little bit more of that fun, you know, because calaveras are usually seen Cinco de Mayo and, you know, stuff like that, and that's usually like some kind of celebration. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I'm Latina, but that's not my full culture. That's Mexican culture, I believe. Okay, so we're almost done with the little things in the background. And this is going to need a little bit, it feels like it's going to need a little bit of time to dry. But then once I lay this out, I think we should be fine. Okay, I feel like now I want to get some bling. I feel like you got to go all out, right? You got to go all out. I mean, I'm honestly, like, when I think about the junk journaling situation, I don't always think bling. I feel like the grunge is really prominent. The shabby chic and the ribbons and the soft bows and everything like that is really prevalent. So, but yeah. Anyway, so let's get some glue and let's just start attaching at least these pieces together. So like I said, we're just gonna put them any which way. It's just a staggering. As long as we don't hang off too much from the 2x2, I'm cool with it. So we're just going to go something like this, right? Here we go. We'll put that one there. Let's take the 5. Let's go ahead and the 5 over here. I'm gonna do that again, and I'm gonna cut this little, I'm gonna pull this little piece off. It's bothering me. All right, so we got 2 kind of over that way. So let's put the other ones in a different kind of orientation. So we got a 2 there. Let's just take another number. Put that there. Okay, and we're just gonna so today is the 4th of July. What's everybody doing? So I don't know. I'm not doing much of anything on the 4th of July. Recording the video, and then I'm gonna upload the video, and then I'm just gonna chillax, I guess. Got a lot of stuff going on. Have to turn my lease in, which is a whole nother drama. I don't know if any of you guys ever had a lease, but I can't afford to maintain it anymore, so it needs to go. So I gotta get myself a little putt-putt. So that is something that is going to be, I have to deal with this week. Okay, and one more, and we got here. Oh, look at that. I missed the goal because it was folded over. I didn't notice. There's the book page. You can see where the staples were that held the book page together. So I'll fix that in a second. Oh, it also seems like it was printed upside down because that A looks funky. Let's cover up our, let's make this a little, we'll put the calavera there. Okay, so now we have these guys. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the little face, the skull, and then we'll add the floral crown that we're gonna need to do. So I think I'm gonna put this here. I know there's a number there. That's all that matters. Because the number is no longer visible, but that's okay. That's all right. We know it's there. It's part of the texture. We layer. We always cover things up with other things. So I'll put that one there. And I don't want them all to be on the same side, but I think I might have inadvertently done that. Thinking I'm switching it up, and no, not really. All right, this one's gonna cover a lot of the 4, but let's see. Let's go put that there. We still get the idea of the 4. I didn't ink them. These little printout is actually just on regular paper. Nothing fancy, no cardstock or anything like that. So these guys are done. We need these 3 more. Okay. Why am I turning it over? Hello? I'm putting stuff on the front. Yeah. All right. And then I think we're gonna try to affix like at least 3 to make the crown, because the flowers are a little big, but I think it'll be doable. And so we'll do that in a minute. Okay, and then we have this one. Let's see, on this side, on that side, and this side, on this side. See how many are all on the same side. This is on this side, that side. All right, let's put them on this side. So we have at least a few on the other side. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna build our crown. So I've pulled out some really nice big ones that kind of spark everything, and then a couple of little ones that will go on the side. So I'm gonna need to layer them like that. Okay, and I'm thinking that I want to do glue dots because I think it'll just be easier to kind of get these guys together. Might be a little big, but let's just go for it. Let's go for it. So actually, I'm going to use this glue. Okay, let's put this up here. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to put this one up over here. A little bit off. Okay. Okay, now this is paper. It's kind of really porous, so I'm gonna have to press it down to get it to adhere. Okay, I really don't like these little things either, but we'll leave them there for now. And then this one will just come like that and complete the crown. Yeah, I'm good with that. I think it's cool. I think it's good. So some of them have some leaves, some of them don't. We'll leave them. If they have them, we'll leave them. Okay, we have to hold that down. Okay. And yeah, let's see here. Okay, so there we go, our first calavera with the crown of flowers on our first card. So we're just going to do that to the rest of them, and we'll be done with our Twinchies. So let's just set up what we want. Let's see here. Oh, we got some black. Let's see.
Tags and pockets, flips and folds, washi tape and stories told. Paint and stamps begin to play. We craft the stress and doubt away. Yo soy artista y todo sets. Con papel, con glue, con style. No perfection, just expression. Got our pages of confession. Don't sit back and watch the show. My lovely spectators, let's create.
Okay, so there we go. Here is my take on Twinchies. So today we had to have base number 44, which was the basic cream color. We need to have a crown as the focal, and so we have our sugar skulls calaveras with the crown of flowers in 3-dimension. We had the number layered in there, and we also had the black and the gold as little accents. So I think we did it. So this a little peanut gallery over there, and so hopefully you've enjoyed this little episode of my take on Twinchies Summer 2026. If you want to get the deck and everything that is free, I created it, so I just put it on my Ko-fi, and you can just pop over there and get the deck, all 4 actually, and the little sign and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, you're playing along. If not, you're enjoying the show. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you are a good and true die-hard spectator, then thank you so much for always coming back and showing that support and love. So I shall say my adieu right now. So until next time, ciao ciao, bye.